with his speech titled, "The Next Trail We Walk." Please join me in welcoming to the stage Shawn Boehmer.
I will tell you this for probably the 100th time today, but congratulations! Throughout every journey and trail that we walk, there are always easy bouts, challenging treks, and most importantly to today, smaller destinations to celebrate. Today is one of those destinations on the greater journey of life itself. After a difficult 4-year climb through high school, we're now able to take a break, step back, and cherish this moment. Of course, I could not do this speech without some thank yous. To start, I must thank our amazing graduation committee and administration for putting on a superb commencement. Additionally, I would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Childs. Your ability to connect with students on an individualized level is something we will all cherish forever. I also want to give a special shout out to all the hardworking parents and guardians who did their best to ensure that our last 4 years of high school were nothing but prosperous. And I want to individually thank my parents for dealing with me for 17 years and 361 days. I know it's been a challenge literally since day one, considering I was born about a month early, legally dead, and fighting in the NICU for weeks. Mom, I will always cherish our first ever picture together when you first held me on May 28th. I can't wait to take our picture today, but you probably won't be able to hold me up this time around. And Dad, thank you for being the hardest working person I know and keeping me going no matter what. You have always been my role model and pushed me to strive for my best, and I wouldn't be where I am without you today. Thank you. And finally, I need to thank the 4 who came before me giving this very speech. In my sophomore and junior year, I got to witness 4 of my best friends speak at graduation, and I knew that I wanted to do the same. So, Joe, Ellie, Alexis, and Keaton, thank you all so much for setting an amazing example for me and constantly inspiring me, and it means so much that all 4 of you are currently watching. One thing I want everyone to take away from today is that this is a celebration. And no, it's not to celebrate the end of waking up at 7 a.m. or going to Count 106 anymore. Sorry, Herman. Today is a celebration of our bright futures. So instead of viewing this as cherishing the end, let's rejoice in all of our new beginnings. We're celebrating because truly, the world does not end at 18. Instead, we are just getting started. The reason that I and every single person in attendance knows for a fact that we're all going to make it is because the community we have built along the way. Sure, at times we've had our differences, but no matter what's gone on, we've always stayed united as a community. All we have to do to conceptualize this is simply look behind us at the members of Mitchell gathered here today. You may not realize, but each student in the senior class has built or joined some type of community that they can fall back on while walking this next trail of life. Whether it be your church community, your best friends, your favorite teachers, your classes, shout out Spanish 5, clubs, sports, or even your parents, the small communities we have built are strong and present here today. And these communities are the ones that we can fall back on when the next step gets challenging. And there's no better way to demonstrate the power of community than to give an example from our years together in the Mitchell School District. One instance that's personal to me that truly highlighted this is when we lost Tammy Schoenfelder Morgan, a woman who was cherished town-wide. Watching one of my closest friends, Riley, unexpectedly lose his mother was a truly devastating experience. However, while we grieve for the loss of a truly special woman, this community banded together to support one another in such a dark time. We came together and helped Riley and his family every step of the way, making sure he had a shoulder to lean on and easing him through a difficult time. The power of community truly shined as we stepped up to do everything necessary to help a family through a challenging time. Not only did we form strong communities to get us through the strenuous journey of high school, but the Mitchell community as a whole is only improving as we graduate. So I'd like to spend the rest of my time highlighting some of my classmates' diverse treks and paths. Grayson Larson is training to become an EMT to make sure we have first responders when we need them. Levi Logan and Kina Escoban are coming back to Mitchell to coach in hockey and dance, respectively. Autumn Lentz and countless others are staying here to make sure the kids of Mitchell get the best education possible. Hope Flippin and Alyssa Delahans are going into nursing, making sure there's someone to take care of us when we fall ill or get older. And my stepbrother, Landon Biggie, is going into diesel tech to ensure we have someone for all of our car troubles. Before we walk our next trails and transition into this new life ahead of us, let's take this day to reflect, celebrate, and truly appreciate the last 18 years that got us here. Today marks the start of a new trail, one that we all know as adulthood. Once we start this climb, remember, there is one thing that all of us can fall back on: our communities.